Well, hello there. It's Andy, your um, lonely libertarian citizen of California. And I have in my hands a little something from the comptroller's office, John Chang's office. It's called, well, it's his monthly report. And this report details the last month, September 2009. And it also details July through September of this month, of this quarter, third quarter, and it tells us what's happening in the state with regard to revenues. And I also have what's happening in the state with regard to spending, but I'll just go over revenues for this from this sheet. Uh, we are seeing a huge drop in state revenues. When it comes to retail sales tax, we are seeing, even though they raised the sales tax by 1% statewide, we are actually seeing revenues drop. And when I look at retail sales tax, I'm looking at special funds. These are what is turned over to the cities and counties that have local taxes, and the amount that was turned over from the state to the local jurisdictions in 2008 was $1.961 billion for this quarter, and the amount that was done in 2009 was 1.3 billion dollars. Actually, 1.337 billion dollars. So a reduction of just over 600 million dollars that cities have received less sales taxes. Now, the state increased its sales tax by 1% statewide, so that part it is keeping. And even though they increased it by 1%, it only went up by, which is actually adding, by 1% would have been, it should be 1/6 higher. It should be over $1 billion higher. It only went up by $130,000 or $150,000 roughly. Did it go $150 million roughly? Did it go up in the third quarter? So even with increasing the taxes, they are getting a lower tax revenue. So tax rates are higher, but revenues are down. Also, personal income tax, which they raised. We have less people working, and it was almost $2 billion short of what it was in 2008. We brought in $9.5 billion in personal income taxes paid to the state. The year prior, 2008, for the quarter, it was $11.4 billion. So if you were to take the total revenues of the state, looking at everything: corporation tax, cigarette tax, alcoholic beverage tax, inheritance taxes, which are, they need to get rid of the estate inheritance taxes and gift tax. It's really nothing. It's just a pain in the ass. Probably costs them more money to collect it than it does what they actually get. But looking at all these things, motor vehicle tax, we are running right now just shy of, $18.9 billion for the quarter. If you extrapolate that out 4 quarters hence, then that means our expectation is, with a declining economy, is less than $80 billion of actual revenue, and we're spending close to 85. So we'll have a $5 billion shortfall, and it looks like spending's actually increased a little bit in certain amounts. So who knows? It looks like they're spending more money on corrections than they were prior. So this is really going to be shocking soon when you hear that they have to do another budget fix, because you need revenues to support all the bonds they have currently outstanding, and this revenue amount does not sustain all those bonds. So either they're going to raise taxes, which will bring in less revenue, or they'll be smart and lower taxes and try to pump up the economy. I don't know which they'll do, but we're hoping that they'll lower taxes. If they lower tax rates, they may actually bring in more revenue. History seems to support that. But man, I tell you, they are really doing it backwards. This is ass backwards, as they say. This is not the way to run a government. And I tell you, it's interesting. Raising the sales tax, it only hurt the economy. It certainly didn't, help. It's not bringing in more revenue. They really need to think about lowering the sales tax and make more taxable items exempt. because this certainly isn't helping. I think they should do, to help out poor people, I think they should exempt used goods from being taxed. So, it's already had a tax paid on it when it was bought new. Like, for instance, I sell a lot of used books, which are good for the local education, for local education. People that buy used jeans, used things for their household because they have to, stretch their money. I think they should not tax, like thrift shops or used goods sales, secondhand dealers. I think they should really think about not, unless it's like an antique or something that's a collectible, just general use items. I think they should get rid of that tax. It's probably a drop in the bucket. Really wouldn't matter much, but certainly would help out people at the lowest rungs. So anyways, that's all I have for now. I thought I'd just bring it to you. The state is sorely in need of money, so they'll probably do it the wrong way. They'll raise our fees again. And they're already, going, oh, well, we didn't raise the car tax enough. You're hearing that already. They're saying, well, we only raised it 2/3 of what Arnold cut it, so, we've got to go back and raise it. Well, what you're seeing here, the only reason there was, when it came to retail sales taxes, I actually think it probably should go down statewide because, even more, because they're not getting the cash for Clunkers thing anymore. So, it's a clunker budget with little cash. Anyways. So I'll leave you with that. Don't have anything else to leave you with. So that's it for now.